We've had an update on the Phillip Schofield controversy, and that is that Dr Ranj Singh has just tweeted in the last couple of minutes. He's tweeted a statement. So in the tweet, it says, lots of journalists have been contacting me this weekend inquiring about this, so I think it's only right that I clarify things. There's so much more I could say, but for now, I hope my concerns will finally be taken seriously and something good comes from all of this. But a heart at the end there, then he goes into the statement. To give you some context, the doctor left this morning. He was a regular on the show. He left last year. There's been a lot of conjecture about why he left since this Phillip Schofield controversy. And this is now what he said. I've thought long and hard about posting this. If I'm honest, I really wish I didn't have to, but I've got to clarify some things that have been reported about me. And in light of recent events, I finally feel like I might be believed. To the journalists who've offered me money this weekend to share my experience of working at This Morning, thank you, but it would go against my principles to sell my story, especially about something like this. However, given that ITV have commented on my departure, I feel it's only fair for me to do so too, to avoid any further conjecture. He goes on to say, I was on the show for 10 years and I genuinely loved and valued working there. However, over time, I grew increasingly worried about how things were behind the scenes and how people, including myself, were being treated. I didn't know the truth about what was going on with Phillip, but I do know the issues with TM This Morning go far beyond him. It takes more than one person to create a culture. So I did what I thought was right. And as ITV confirmed last night, I raised my concerns about Martin Frizzle's behaviour and the environment at TM with Emma Gormley, especially given that my job is to look after people's well-being, and I had been heavily involved in diversity, anti-bullying and mental health projects across the channel. I then found myself being used less and less. And this statement from Dr Ranj goes on to say, I even took my concerns directly to the top of ITV. The culture at This Morning had become toxic, no longer aligned with ITV values. And I felt like, because I whistle blew, I was managed out. But as history and experience have taught us, things like bullying and discrimination are very hard to prove, particularly in hindsight, and when, quote, the people in power controlled the narrative. As we've seen, no review or investigation is foolproof. Still, I was assured that certain things were going to be addressed and changes made. I haven't worked on the show since, and I'm not the only one who has spoken up or experienced similar. The statement goes on. That was 2 years ago, and frankly, it still hurts. The whole process was pretty heartbreaking and even affected my mental health. But I'm happy to say I've found my feet again, know my worth, and have found my tribe. So my general message to everyone is, look around you. Is this the place you want to be? Do you feel valued? Are you thriving or just surviving? Do you need to speak up? These are the lessons I've learned from my time in this industry. I say it with all respect, kindness, and a desire to make things better. There are some good people in TV, but we need to be brave and stand up to those who aren't. Even if it's scary as hell, we have to do the right thing, otherwise nothing will change. I sincerely hope something good comes from all of this. And he signed it with an X. So that's the latest from Dr Ranj Singh.